Hey everybody, it's Sam Utari here, back with another installment of the Guild Wars playthrough. So, let's just dive right into Arcus Spear, shall we? I really do love his name. I love this character. I turned up the music so you could hear it. I'm going to turn it down one notch though, because I'm not sure how well my voice gets past the music when I have it up this loud. I usually try and have it down a little bit. So, last time we conquered the Devourers. I don't think there's anything over here. I think this just leads down to a patch of water. Like, I don't know. I have always been fascinated by pre-searing. Yeah, this just, like, literally leads down into the water, and there's, like, nothing. You can walk around, but there's, like, nobody that gives you a quest. There's literally, like, nothing. I don't know. I always wish that, you know, you could just swim across or walk across to that stairway over there. Like, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for too long, and... oh my god, does this actually go somewhere? No. The land's still there, but it cuts me off. Ugh. I wish it was like some Easter egg or something where you could actually like go over there. Because I mean, look at that. It looks like it's very much climbable. Like I said, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 too much, where, you know, you can just go anywhere, do anything, and like there really are no limitations, and anything you can see in the background is practically explorable. So anyways, last time we went to the Devourer Cave, and I just clicked out of this. Good job, Amelia. But last time we went to the Devourer's Cave, and let's see what kind of quests we still have. Primary adventures, quests, gift for Althea, adventure with an ally, we can go to the Poison Devourer, the Poor Tenant. Alright, so we're just going to do a few of these. I know where they are, so I don't really have to, click on them to make them my objective, because I know how to do them and where they are, and most of them are in the same area. I'm not really going to go back to the Devourer's Cave, because, I mean, hell, you've already seen it once. So, I mean, I'll go back there later, obviously, to show you the Poison Devourer. Oh yeah, to the gate, follow me. Whenever you get the char thing going on... Shit. Hold on, Rook, you ass. Quickly, this way, hurdy-hurdy-hur. Okay. So whenever you click to the gate, you do that to the gate thing. It doesn't even matter if you have the actual quest, like, selected. Basically, it doesn't really matter because Rurik will initiate the quest on his own. As long as the quest is in your quest log, he'll run off to this gate to fight the Char, which are the main enemies of this game, obviously. And the thing is he can really handle this quest on his own. I think that's what I like about it, is that he can handle this quest pretty much on his own with his team, but I do occasionally like to help, but I feel like I'm going to die, like a lot, which is why I summoned the Imp. Because the Imp can go and fight for me. Because I think the Char have a Shaman there. And the Char right here. Ugly fucking boots. Fire Caller. La la. Come on. Kill him. Kill him. Oh, click. Yes, I'm attacking that one. Okay. And now I'm attacking this one. Okay, so controlling and clicking whoever... pressing control and, of course, clicking. Thank you, I will not take my quest thingy. Except, I got a longsword. As I said, pressing control and clicking an enemy will direct your team's attention to that enemy. It'll say, hey, I'm attacking blah blah blah, which is good. I use it, of course, for the henchmen, because your henchmen will attack whatever enemy's nearest them, and it's really hard to take down a party like that. I guess what I'm trying to say is this game really relies heavily on co-op play. And the thing is like you can play as a solo player with henchmen, but this game makes it extremely, extremely hard. I know that I'm currently playing with henchmen, and like I said, henchmen are really low level, they don't really do much, and not very many people play Guild Wars anymore, because they're all in Guild Wars 2, so you end up stuck using henchmen anyways. So this is Althea, if you didn't notice. This is the one we're supposed to find a gift for. She's engaged to Prince Rurik. She's the Master Mesmer of this area. And she kind of looks a lot like my Mesmer. But anyways, in this game you can dual class. Now obviously right now I'm a Necromancer. And within this pre-searing area, you're going to run across the Monk Trainer, the Ranger Trainer. You're going to run across all these people. Now, obviously, since I've decided that I want to be a Necromancer Ranger, I would not necessarily have to take the quests that these people have, because I'm not going to become part of their profession. But the thing is these quests offer you experience. So once you've decided, or if you already know what you want to do as a secondary class, just go ahead and go through all the professions that you don't want to do, gain the experience from that, do the profession that you want to do last, and then just accept it after you've finished. You'll see what I mean. A Mesmer's burden. Hail and hello. How can this humble Mesmer help you? At the watering hole southwest of here, you will find a rogue bull, terrible creature, a menace to everyone coming to visit our humble theater. Here are some Mesmer spells to assist you. If you'd dispatch this creature for me, I'd be most grateful. Be happy to help. The thing is, you have to take this quest in order to get rid of the second Devourer egg you have, because remember, we do have 2 of them. And the first one's going to go to a guy trying to rid his farm of worms, and then the second one goes to a guy who actually owns this bull that you're about to kill. For the Mesmer skills, you get Conjure Phantasm, which causes health degeneration, your Ether Feast, which causes, basically it heals you, and then you have your Imagine Burden, which slows down the enemy for a number of seconds. So, I guess 8 seconds is what it is. These are Grawl, by the way. They're monkey people that worship, like, everything. Ooh, an aloe seed. Eh. Can I attack it? Yes. Nothing. Kind of late on there, imp. Anyways, I'm gonna attack this Grawl. I don't need Grawl necklaces, but I do like selling them and taking materials from them. Oh yeah, I was also gonna show you crafting. I'm getting a lot of blue items, and like I said, blue items I sell. Items that are not blue, I tear apart for crafting purposes. So here's the bull, and the bull only appears after you've taken on this quest. Slow the bull down, health degeneration, take his health, deadly swarm, whatever, and then just attack the shit out of him. So yeah, so here's the rogue bull. He's level 5, but with the imp, he's pretty easy to take down. Even so, he's pretty easy to take down anyways, especially with the Mesmer spells. Oh god, I killed the bull. Peter's coming after me now. But yeah, so the quest is really simple, and the only purpose of the quest is to kind of get you used to Mesmer skills. It's kind of to ask you, or kind of to show you what they're like, so that you're not rushing into a decision. They want to let you play around with the powers, see how it affects your character build, and see if it's something you can work with. And then they ask you, hey, do you want this profession? And you can either say yes or no. Now, if I say no to becoming a Mesmer, these spells stay until I try another profession, so... Back already, excellent. I can't thank you enough for taking care of that dangerous bull. Yep. You have shown you have the potential to be a good Mesmer. Taking Mesmer as a secondary profession will give you access to all the Mesmer skills and allow you to train in illusion magic, domination magic, and inspiration magic. But you must still bear the armor of your primary profession. Once you've made this commitment, you will not be able to change your mind, nor will you have the opportunity to try another profession to see if you prefer them, if you wish to make this commitment. And I'm going to click no, I need more time to decide, because I really do not want to be a Mesmer necromancer. Because I just don't think the two go very well together. I mean, I might be wrong, because the health regeneration and the blood-sucking stuff, like, sounds good, but no. So, then we're off to do the primary quest here. Now, whenever you, now that you've killed the bull, whenever you exit the town and come back, the owner of the bull is going to be really pissed at you and be like, you killed Bill, my bull, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, if you get me a Devourer egg, I'll be totally cool with you. And so you give him one. And if you do that, later on you meet the same man and his Devourer, which has grown. But as of right now, if you choose not to do this quest, and whatnot, then you never see him. And even if you do, I don't think he has his Devourer with him. So it's pretty cool that you can kind of like change the line of history and etc. A lot of you are going to be like, oh my god, why aren't you killing those things? I really just don't feel like it. I have better things to be doing. Except for when that happens. Okay, so River Scale Tads are level 0. They're for newbies. And then you have the actual, and then you have River Scales. And then you have Brood Collars, which are level 2. And there's one that's actually level 3. He's hiding in a waterfall over here. And, yeah, so there's one that's level 3, he's hiding in a waterfall, and he has a whole bunch of magical enchantments. And like I said, see, the river scale was just walking in his normal path, and when he came into my bubble, he got attacked by the, fire imp. Because anything that enters this circle, if it's red, will automatically get attacked, whether it's attacking me or not. And that's the only problem. Like I said, this imp isn't something that you want to use when there's a large group of people. Yeah, see, I didn't even attack it. It wasn't attacking me. It was just walking. But yeah, this definitely isn't something that you want to use in a large group of people where you want to avoid as much attention as possible. If you're trying to be stealthy, the fire imp is not the way to go. Oh, I have something I can craft with. Okay, not really craft with, but the longsword of shelter. No. Okay, so anything that's blue, I'm gonna sell, but this flame artifact will do nicely. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna double-click your salvage kit, take it over to the flame artifact. See how the hammer is now visible without the stripe through it. You're gonna click on it, and you've just created your first material, which is a granite slab. Now, like I said before, crafting materials such as granite slabs, pieces of leather, and etc. Those are made to those make armor. Different types of armors, like due to profession, take different types of materials. I know that warriors take a lot of iron ingots, whereas mesmers take mostly cloth. So it just really depends. You gotta know what your armor takes, how much of everything you need to have, and not only do you have to have the materials necessary to build your armor, which you'll see a lot of in post-searing, but you need to, you need to also have the gold for it too. And like I said before, gold is something that's really hard to find. So Miller Upton, he's the one we had to find for the poor guy that couldn't pay his rent. All day long, we must turn the stone and grind the wheat. Just turn the stone and grind the wheat. Just once, I'd like there to be a little excitement in my life. So what is it you want? I'm sorry, I really can't worry about helping Namar until I get rid of these damnable bees. Think you can give me a hand? Take one of the honeycombs lying on the ground and use to lure the bees across the bridge. If you lure those 3 swarms of bees away, I'll be able to think straight again. Sure. Now, I love picking up the honeycomb, because you look absolutely ridiculous. Okay, whenever you're carrying an item, you can still attack and defend, in a sense, but at the same time, it just depends on your weapon. Obviously, if you use a sword and whatnot, you can't attack, and if you're a spellcaster, you don't really have your wand, but some spells can still work while you're carrying an item. It just really depends. But yeah, but all in all, whenever you're carrying an item, in order to really attack something and whatnot, like, you have to drop said item, and then you need to attack. Because otherwise, good luck. And there's a brood collar, right? Nope, it's just regular river scale. I'm surprised I haven't run into a brood collar yet. 80 XP. That's not bad. Okay, so I got another thing that I can take apart. Salvage kits in pre-searing only have 10 uses, and I think in post-searing they have a lot more. So I think it's like 50 uses, something like that. And there are different degrees of salvage kits too, so you really got to be careful with that because if you use a regular salvage kit, you can't take special items from. I thought the pearl was down here. Thought it was. Maybe I have to have the thing toggled. Okay, I think there was supposed to be a shell somewhere along here, and it's usually on the shore right here. It's called the Mysterious Shell, and it's usually right there. Either that or it's all the way over here, but I doubt it. But it's the Mysterious Shell, and you get a beautiful pearl from it. Like I said, it's not over here, so. And now my imp's killing shit, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Alright, sorry about that. I was trying to make dough infused with honey, but all I did was attract bees. Not to worry about Namar, though. I'll see to it that Gelson gets off his back. No doubt Gelson's trying to take advantage of Namar because he's not from Ascalon. Once he knows there's a citizen willing to stand up for Namar, he'll back off. Sure. Okay, so we leveled up again. We are now level 3. I can spend my tribute points. I'm going to go ahead and just do what I was doing before. Might as well keep things simple. I'm not a Mesmer, so I can't, I'm not officially a Mesmer, so I can't spend points on domination, magic, etc. Okay, so we were also sent to see Devona over here, just to kind of say hello and see what she wants, so we'll do that. Like I said, there's a lot of quests in this area. This is called Ashford, if you didn't know. I'm glad you've come. I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's trouble on the horizon, and I'd be glad to have your help if and when it arrives. In the meantime, there are plenty of people here who need assistance with one thing or another, and I'm sure you'll find the lessons you learn here will be invaluable in the future. Except... Okay. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of unsettling rumors coming from Mirak the Scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities if he's come across something truly important, but I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking into this matter myself, but if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. Let's see what he has to say. Now, the thing is, Devona has this other quest, of course, which is Trouble in the Woods. And the thing is that quest is actually really, really hard. I wouldn't suggest doing it before you're like level 4 or 5, just so that you're comfortable with things. But because I don't really care about dying, we can go ahead and do it. The Grawl have mustering from the South Bridge. Let's see if we can stop them. Blah, 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 blah. The reason why this is hard is because you have a lot of Grawl that come in, and Grawl are pretty tough enemies in pre-searing. And not only that, but you have a Grawl Shaman. And, yeah, you have Devona's help, but ultimately, like, this is actually challenging. Now, what you're going to see up here is you're going to see a glowing creature. Now, you see the glowing creature, he's all green and glowing. Green, or any colored glowing creature, means that these creatures are obviously special. Well, that was easy. Oh, yeah, I forgot there's the other one. But, obviously he's green and glowing, and that means he's a ranger specialty boss. Or not really a boss, but he's a sort of like elite, I guess is the only way to explain it, is that they're elites. And I just died. Time until resurrection. See, this is what I mean. Now, the thing is whenever you die, you get resurrected at a certain point, wherever there's a healing point. Unfortunately, I'll be sent all the way back to the gate, because that's the only thing I've ever been to. Is this, or actually no, I somehow managed to trigger this one. They were nice to me. Usually, in order to get a resurrection point, you have to walk up to them. You have to, like, acknowledge that resurrection point is actually there. Otherwise, you're sent to the previous one you passed, which could be however far away. Resurrection points, of course, are white marble, just balcony-looking things. Well, Devona obviously defeated everything without me, almost. Okay, now she did. Okay, cool. Guess I'll talk to you then. Thanks for completing the quest for me, Devona. I think the village is safe for now. The Grawl are not very intelligent, but even they understand a show of force. What really troubles me is the presence of the Char Ranger. Could he be inciting the Grawl to attack for some reason? I will warn Rurik of this threat. Thank you for your aid. Even though I fucking, like, died on you, but whatever. But yeah, like, if you don't want to die, then obviously, yeah, don't do this quest until you're, like, level 4 or 5, but I kind of just wanted to get it out of the way. Now, one thing I do want to note is that whenever you die, usually you suffer a penalty, which is, like, negative 5% to all your stats, whatever, and it's actually a pretty big penalty, and every time you die, that penalty goes up. She gave me all these things I just don't want. But every time you die, that penalty goes up until you reach, like, I forget what it is. It's like 20, it's like, I think you can go all the way up to, like, 50%, but I'm not really sure. I forget what it is. I haven't played in so long. Speaking of forgetting things, I did remember that other class. You have Assassin and a Ritualist in factions, and then you have Paragon and Dervish. It's called Dervish, and they're, like, all shamany, and they wield scythes and shit. Like, I don't like them, so I never use them. Pitney. I love Pitney. He's adorable. He's a mean ass, but I love him. Ach, these worms will be the death of me. They've driven me off my farm. Doesn't matter how many I kill. As long as there's a queen worm, more will be back the next day. Here's what I'm thinking. Worms love devour eggs, right? Can you get a devour egg from Fadden Hawthorne for me? I'll use it to lure the queen into the open. Then you can squash her like the bug she is. I think you can handle a few worms. Okay, so we already have the Devour Eggs. We just click on them again. Then it goes, alright, time to lure the queen into the open. You do the killing. That's all fine and dandy. I think I actually have to summon my imp again since I died. Yes, I do. Now, usually you don't really have to summon your imp again whenever you die. The problem with your imp is that whenever you die, he remains in the last place you left him, which means whenever you come back, he'll still be battling a horde of enemies unless he's been killed. Your imp does have health, obviously, and so your imp can die. I know that Pitney's back there. He's the one with the triangle, the yellow triangle around his green triangle, but I already know where his farm is, so we're just going to head that way. The only bad thing about Pitney's farm is that it has wolves. What are you doing, computer? Yeah, the only bad thing about Pitney's farm is that it does have wolves, and fighting wolves is a bitch. That's okay. And yeah, I just heard one, so. Now, you want to fight these worms to get dried husks, or baked husks. So we're going to try and get as many baked husks as we can. Your imp does a really good job of getting those for you. Now, the queen worm isn't much to look at. Just saying. Oh, shit. So they're trying to, like, kill the queen worm. And I get stuck with this fucker. Pardon my language. So there's the queen worm. Go away. Go away. Okay. Now I can actually get down to business. Slow down. Take your time. And die, please. Thank you. Damn it. Okay, like I said, that's the only problem, is my imp's gonna draw, like, all the attention of everything over here. I just want... What's that? Is that a baked husk? No, it's gold. But I like gold, too. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get the gold before I talk to Pitney. So... But I love coming here because, yeah, you can get baked husks and such, like, and they're littered all over the place, especially if you have a fire imp. Thank you so much, those worms won't be a problem now. And then Pitney also has one more question for you. He's like, I'm at a loss. First these worms, and now someone has stolen my prized Moa bird. To make matters worse, the tracks seem to indicate that whoever took her led off to the catacombs. I don't have to tell you how dangerous it is down there. But wait, you're a strong necromancer. Would you be willing to find my poor bird and bring her back? I'll find your bird. Now, like, finding the Moa bird was actually one of the hardest, like, quests for me ever. Because, like, I don't know, the catacombs are very huge. They're very twisting. And there are 3 different entrances to the catacombs that lead you to, like, 3 different sections. And it wasn't until I finally found, like, the missing section, like, not really the missing section, but I guess the secret entrance by accident, whenever I was replaying pre-searing, that I finally found the bird. And I was like, holy shit, I did it. So this is a collector, and he collects baked husks. And I want to see if he has anything for us. He does not. Okay, so he's collecting baked husks, and he'll, like, trade you any of these things for 3 of them. I'll go ahead and just take the accursed icon, and then, yeah, I need 1 more baked husk. But at least it gives me something to kind of, tear apart. I mean, I could tear apart the baked husks, but... wait, I can't, oh yeah, I can't tear apart these, it'll give me something to sell. But I can tear apart the baked husks. And from them I can get 2 chitin fragments. Now, like I said, each material, plant fiber, wood plank, granite slab, chitin fragments, each one does a different thing. So, kind of just keep that in mind. Also, I want to sell you some shit. There's a merchant here, which makes it quite handy, because it makes it so that you don't have to, like, go back into town. Buy a flute. Just because I like Gwen. So I'm gonna sell... I'll go ahead and sell you. I can find more. I'm gonna sell you because I don't use swords. I'm not gonna sell you because I need you. I'm gonna sell you, I'm gonna sell you. And I'm gonna sell you and you because I don't use any of those things. And I'm gonna sell you and you. Okay, so now we have a flute to give to Gwen. We've kind of cleaned out some of our inventory. I don't really know how to explain it to you. I mean, we've cut down on a lot of our quests, but we've added a whole bunch more too. The best way to explain this to you is the primary quests lead you to a point where basically they're like, hey, do you want to go to post-searing? So if we continue with unsettling rumors, the only problem with that is that the minute we talk to Mirok the Scribe, we'll have to take news back to Sir Titus, and then Sir Titus will want us to go to post-searing right away. But as you can see, we're only level 3. So it's actually really, really, really easy to get to post-searing at a really low level, and then you get your ass kicked because you've missed out on a whole bunch of crucial experience. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to head into Ashford Abbey. We're going to get some more training from our necromancer lady, who is our main master. We're also going to take on the monk profession for a while and do that bit, and that'll help while we're doing our work in the catacombs, because undead are actually super effective against holy powers, go figure, and so we're going to go ahead and get the monk stuff before we start doing all the catacombs quests, because that's just what makes sense. I'm going to talk to Mirok later. Because like I said, I don't want to do the primary stuff right now. The only problem with pre-searing is that it does not have a bank system. Like, once you get to post-searing, you have a bank where you can drop all your extra crap. Here, you do not. Greetings, my child. Can I help you today? Or are you here to offer your services to those in need? A monk's mission. One of the tasks my messengers have been given is collecting the rare elements in Ascalon for study here at the Abbey. My young friend Paulus thinks he has discovered such a treasure in one of the flooded areas of the catacombs, but he cannot reach it on his own. Paulus, you see, is a smiting monk, and not very adept at healing magic, and the waters in the area of the catacombs are full of disease. I will grant you a simple healing spell. Meet Paulus inside the catacombs, and he will show you where the trouble is. Return to me when Paulus has successfully retrieved the artifact. Show me the light. And then because you are not a monk, when I teach you these monk skills, you will lose your mesmer skills you have. Yes, I want to continue. Okay, so now we have the Bane Signet, which deals 26 holy damage, which is amazing. And then we have the Orison of Healing, which it heals for 20 in a steady stream of healing light. Whenever you walk into the waters of the catacombs, they are diseased, and it starts a health degeneration thing. So not only will I have to heal myself, I will also have to heal this guy walking in the catacombs. Now, if I was a ranger already, this wouldn't really matter, because then I could use my troll unguent in order to give myself more regeneration capabilities. But I'm not, and I'm a necromancer that sucks the life out of other things, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, and my computer is being really slow, so I am kind of worried about this, because any lag at all, like, you have plenty of time to heal him, but at the same time, you're fighting monsters, trying to heal him, trying to get through shit. The reason why there's a loading screen here, even though you're in town, is that the catacombs is it is basically considered a combat zone. It is considered a field and not part of the town. So, yeah. I think after this mission, after we finish this mission, we'll pretty much be done. But I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough thus far. I know that I'm trying to rush through things at this point because they're not very interesting, but they're just very simple missions. But I kind of want to show you the different professions the most, so I'm kind of just trying to rush through everything else because they don't have too much to do with the storyline, and I want to get into post-searing as fast as possible. There's Paulus, and he's gonna be like, oh my god, hurry up, Slowpoke, hee. Okay. Try to keep up. Yeah, bullshit. Go ahead. Come on. Good job. But yeah, so this is the catacombs. That's what I mean by a resurrection point. That's what that is, so. Well, that's great that you smited a skeleton that was already dead. You're about as slow as my fire amp. Thanks. Look at my cape, billowing in the breeze of my running. I don't know, whenever I started playing it in middle school, I was just so impressed with this game. It's like I'd never played a game of this caliber. I had never played PC games, so, like, I always thought that everything was, like, 8-bit and shit. I don't know. I should have gotten the other quests to do down here, because there are other, like, quests where I have to, like, come through this area and etc. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Kind of kill him as soon as possible. Oh shit, 2 bones. Common crafting material. And now Paulus is dying, and now I'm dying. Oh shit. How do I... P? Paulus? No. Party members P. Orison of Healing. Cast it on myself. Orison of Healing. Oh yeah, this isn't the regenerate thing, right? It only literally does, like, heal you for however much. Stop stopping in the water, Abbott, you dumbass. Whenever Abbott gets down to, like, half, you should never let him get down to half, but when that happens, you just gotta deal with it. I shouldn't even be in this water. Here we are. Are you ready? No? Not really. I'm healing your dumbass. And then my dumbass. And healing my dumbass again. Even though I have health regeneration going on and you didn't even, like, let your health... Plus, okay, whenever you're carrying something, that's another thing, you move twice as slow. So, obviously, Paulus is, of course, moving like a dumbass douche. He's just like, hurdy, dirty, dirty, dirt, because obviously that, artifact that he's carrying is, like, really freaking heavy. The thing is that there are ways to cast spells. Obviously, I'm casting one on him now. But I forget how to target myself. I'm never doing this shit. Probably gonna... I refuse to die here. I'm more worried about just healing him, keeping him alive. 33, come on, I only have a few seconds. I don't care if you moonwalk your way out of there. Just get to the stairs so you can start regenerating your health before you die. And Paulus is gonna be fine. I can't, like, I remember when I first played this game, like, my computer glitched out really bad. I was actually at a place that, had really good internet, but there was just so many people on at the same time. So, yeah, so the internet was glitching really bad, and, I ended up getting stuck in the water, and I didn't understand what was killing me. I thought it was a monster, because I didn't read the whole thing about it, the water being diseased, because I was kind of just clicking through it. Like, that's kind of what, I hated about playing with my friends whenever I first started playing this, is they're the type of people that don't like to read anything. They don't like to get into the storylines or whatever. So whenever I was like, what did that quest say? They're like, oh, don't worry about it. Just follow the arrow and you'll figure it out. And it's like, no, actually, if you really want to know, like, what's going on and whatnot, like, you should always read your quests. You should always know what you're doing, and it should never be just about clicking and guessing. At least that's my theory. I mean, whenever it comes to a role-playing game, you're there to, like, lose yourself in the illusion, and not just sit there and click and be like, oh my god, I gotta go do this, I think. Quest updated, a monk's mission. Alright, so whenever it says quest updated, it basically, that, honestly, in pre-searing, that means your quest has been complete. Necromancer Mune, hey, lady. Rites of remembrance. The dead are restless. Buried here are many brave warriors who sacrificed their lives defending Ascalon from the foreign guilds from the south and the bestial Char to the north. They wonder if it is not too much that their sacrifices be remembered and honored. Someone must place candles on the four stands commemorating their actions, so that they will know we have not forgotten them. As you wish. And then she gives you the 4 candles. And then you have the Necromancer's Novice. Not everyone can be a necromancer. For example, one of my latest students went into the Catacombs to summon a dark entity. Since he hasn't come back, I can only surmise his creation probably ate him. If you agree to destroy the nightmare he summoned, I will show you where he went and give you a spell to help. But I warn you, you will have to be clever and get past the fire traps in the part of the tombs. Of course, if you fail, I shall use your corpse as fodder for the next, more worthy student. I'm on my way. Follow me, I'll show you where the last novice died. Now, she's gonna be back here whenever you come back. I just wanted to get the spells. I mean, I guess I could go and kill the nightmare real quick, but honestly, we don't really have much time. So I'm gonna go get my little prize from, Menlo, and he's gonna ask me if I want to be a monk, and I'm gonna tell him, hell no. Hell no to Menlo. Menlo has a bitch girlfriend, too. And look at this statue. Isn't it gorgeous? That's Dwayna. But yeah. I'll tell you about the god statues later. So, hey dude, I did your thing. You've done quite well for your first task. Paulus reports his findings are most promising, and I think you might have great promise as well to advance among the monks. You have shown you could be a good monk. Taking monk as a secondary profession will give you access to all blah 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 blah. Nope, I need more time to decide. Alright, so for today's episode, I think I am going to drum. Since last time I gave you my guitar solo. So anyways, this has been Sam Utari playing Guild Wars, the first game, not the second one. I know it's not as grand as Guild Wars 2 looks, and obviously this isn't an MMO, so I mean it's a little different from most. Though it can be played as something like an MMO. Anyways, next time I hope to get into more professions. Today we covered Mesmer and we covered Monk. We still have Elementalist and Ranger and Warrior to go before we've kind of maxed out everything. We still have plenty of quests left to do, so don't lose hope in me yet. There's still tons to explore in pre-searing, and I can't wait to get into that with you. So anyways, this has been Sam Utari playing Guild Wars. Hit like if you want to see more. Go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of the playthrough so far. Let me know what you want to see in these episodes, and I'll try and do the best I can to try and accommodate those needs. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get to bed because I have work tomorrow. But anyways, have a nice day, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao, you guys.